fact. Caps exclusive. But then coming here, I learned from my students how to do. I dropped my phone.
The next morning, someone comes up to the room and just sees you lying on the floor. It's not ready to come in your hand, though.
I wanted to put it in my pocket. We've been chased by a rat.
Welcome back to Caps Unleashed. Today we have with us Roshan Sir, who's in charge with the Student Welfare Office. He's in charge with the University Choir, and I believe we are going to have a great time talking with him and him sharing his experience with us. So let's start off. Let's kick off, Roshan Sir. Just tell me. You just joined Christ University,
Yep.
I guess 2 months now?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
No,
how does it feel? Oh,
1
1
month.
month. Oh, okay, I'm sorry, 1 month. How does it actually feel to be part of this university?
It feels great. I studied in Christ in
Oh.
Central Campus. Yeah. So after I did my undergraduate, I wanted to do music. And ta-da!
Yeah, so yeah, you did music. So throughout your bachelor's, you were in Christ Central Campus. How was the journey over there?
Exhausting because I came from a really small school. So coming to a huge university like Christ, it's a huge culture shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it had so many opportunities that I was never exposed to growing up. So it was great.
So what would you say, when did this love for music come? Or what, this triggered the love for music that you have?
Fun fact. Caps exclusive. No, my first word as a kid was guitar.
Oh, that's good.
No, my family's been super into music. So my dad was like in his college bands and stuff. He's played in IIT Madras and everything.
Oh, wow.
My mom is a choir conductor. So music has been in my family since
Wow,
forever.
so we have the heritage of music
Yeah.
coming in with you. So yeah, now like you've been in Christ as a student, now you're here as a faculty. The student life is different and the faculty life is way different.
Yep.
So what would you say has changed from the student life, or what change have you seen personally as you have transitioned into the stages?
People call me Sir now.
That's the respect that comes with the position.
It's in some ways a lot harder because as a student you don't understand the kind of pressures that your faculty go through to make something happen, and I respect my my professors and my seniors a lot more now, because back then I used to just complain as a student, and now I'm listening to the students complain, but I also understand where my faculty are coming from, and it's a task to juggle the two and do it with a smile.
And like what's different? Like, okay, you said managing the task, but as a personal life, students, we have assignments and submissions and all that. Faculties, you do have reporting and all that stuff. But how do you think you are coping up? Like, for students, like, it's a very rigid deadline.
Yeah.
But I guess faculties might be having a little leniency, even if you don't have it. But how do you think you're coping up with the change of responsibilities, with the change of role? It's actually, if you ask us, it's like entering into a professional life.
Yeah.
So how are you coping up with the changes?
I mean, I'm still getting used to it. There's a lot more pressure now, right?
Yeah.
So every time you mess up, you know you've messed up. So getting used to that sort of thing, I'm still learning. And because I'm really young, finding that line between personal and professional is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, because you have to work with students every day, and in a very when you're working with people all day and you're working on things like music, it's a very intimate thing.
Correct.
But it's also a professional space.
Yeah.
So finding that line is difficult, but I'm doing better now.
Getting there, you're getting better. So as you said, working with students, University Choir, we have many students like from all various departments. How does it actually feel working with them, with that bunch of kids, and plus working with different bands of the college and all the cultural teams? How do you feel working with them?
It's great. It's so great. As a student, you come, you sing, you go.
Yeah.
And no matter how involved you are with the core team of students and your student reps and heads and everything, as faculty now, I get to talk to all the musicians on campus, and it's really great.
Correct.
Fun, but it's also I'm learning a lot of things. Like for example, like live mixing was something that I never did. I used to do post-production, but then coming here, I learned from my students how to do like mix live and
Correct.
like program lights and stuff. That's all new, right? And now that I'm conductor of the choir, I no longer just receive my bit, learn it, and then teach. I have to do it myself and delegate work and teach, and in a way that is completely new. But it's great. I love it so much.
Yeah, you can see the love for music in
Yes.
you. So, as you said, being in charge of so many things, and it's a way where you personally also grow, I believe. So that's that you can see into a person. But we've seen like the current trends that the whole world, the whole globe, and the professional world is going in, where you have to actually be continuously updating academically also.
Yeah.
So I'm in music also. It's the same thing. There are new things coming up every time from everywhere, from different cultures and all. So how do you keep that updation continuously with having the schedule that you have, and continuously keeping up to the trend also, that we say, in the proper words, how do you keep up to the trend?
I think being young, there is a benefit here, because you have to be a good listener to actually learn, right? And I don't really have the time to actually sit down and read about things that are happening right now, like trends in music and stuff like that. I'm hearing about it from my students, and I have to be attentive enough to pick up on those things, right? So, for example, coming to this campus, the vibe is very different. So whatever I was used to back in my undergraduate, it's not like that.
Changed.
Yeah, at all. And it's not fair of me to impose my views entirely on my students, right? I have to be able to listen to them.
Correct.
And they are actually keeping me updated on so much. So yeah.
Now, as you said, coming from undergrad to the professional life, what would you say personally you have seen a change, in the phase that you have changed?
In me, right?
Yeah,
As a
in you
person.
personally, yeah.
So I'm not a very strict person.
Fun-loving guy, we
Yeah,
can say.
I would rather just be like, okay to everything, right? But coming here, you have to learn how to say no, and you have to learn how to put your foot down. And the first time I yelled at my choir, oh my gosh, I apologized like 5 times after. I was like, I'm so sorry I yelled. And they were like, no, it's fine. And that's something I'm not used to. So I think as a person, I've definitely changed in terms of I've become more assertive about what I need. When things need to get done, things need to get done. And we can have a good time.
One thing, like we've been discussing, about faculty pressure and all the stuffs, getting deadlines done, managing choir, managing cultural teams.
Yeah.
What would you say? How do you manage the pressure and be able to, or try to do well also in the professional life?
I think in a way, music is my job, but it's also my escape,
Okay.
So even though I'm doing something that is technically my job, I'm doing something that also calms me down.
Yeah.
And gives me a sense of purpose. And that is great. I'm so grateful for that. So even at the end of the day, when I'm listening to like a song that I have to teach the choir the next day, or an original composition that one of the bands has brought to me, it's something that like relaxes me. I don't look at it as work all the time. Sometimes it's just something I'm smiling about. Like we had these really intense practice sessions leading up to the convocation.
Okay.
And we were all sitting in the jam room and we were singing and I was teaching them. And then we stepped outside to just take a breather. And I think one or two of my students just started singing the song that we were learning. And then in the hallway, everyone just started singing. And then someone was recording it. And I was listening to that one night and I just fell asleep. Yeah. So that's kind of how I keep myself grounded and sane.
So what is everyone has that one good thing, you said music to manage stress, But let's talk about exercise or something that, or something that can actually, apart from music, because music is like something you love, it's your passion, what you do as a profession also. But apart from music, something that is like a stress buster for you.
I used to work out.
Okay.
But no, but that I've kind of lost touch with that. But that's okay. I am a Bharatanatyam dancer, so that was my escape till very recently. My class is in Domblur, so it's quite far away, so I can't attend anymore.
Okay.
But on the weekends, I used to go for Bharatanatyam classes.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So that used to be something other than music that I used to do. But it's also kind of music. Oh, but yeah.
So now coming to something about showing up daily.
Uh-huh.
What is that one thing you would say, really excites you or motivates you to show up daily to, campus punch in and go and meet the kids, work with them?
I think when I wake up in the morning,
Yeah.
I just feel a sense of gratitude that I'm doing this, because earlier I was going to do a master's in counseling psychology.
Okay.
But then when I was applying abroad to Canada was when India had a few political issues.
Correct.
So my visa was frozen and I was just stuck here like, what do I do? And this job just kind of was given to me.
All
So
right.
that gratitude, I feel like I can't take that for granted. So when I get up and I'm fully ready to do my job. Yeah.
So let's make it a little bit more fun. We have a small game. It's like the scenario game.
Okay.
So I'll be giving you scenarios
Mhm.
as a faculty, as a teacher, that you might face it, daily, and you have to tell me how would you respond to it. Make sure you're a faculty.
Okay.
People are looking up to you. So okay. So the first scenario is: imagine you are trying to demonstrate a new digital tool
Okay.
to the students, but accidentally you start playing cat videos. How would you recover from it?
I dropped my phone. Professionally,
Yeah,
I would say, oops.
that's it.
Yep.
That's your recovery.
No further explanation.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, now this
Okay.
we can relate quite a lot. You might
Cool.
relate. Let's say you forgot, someone locks you up in the music room by mistake. No network over there,
Uh-huh.
and there's no way to. It's the evening time.
Uh-huh.
How do you handle the situation when the next morning someone comes up to the room and just sees you lying on the floor?
I have contemplated sleeping in that room because there's so much work. I'm like, should I go back to my room or can I just pass out here? And I did come up with a plan.
Oh wow, that's good. This will be interesting. I
Yes.
guess.
If
So-
someone finds me the next day, I just get up and say, "Where have you been?" And then
So it's all
shift
on
blame
them.
on them.
Okay, that's good. Okay, one more. Okay. Let's say you are having a session with your choir
Okay.
in one of the corridors, and suddenly a squirrel comes up
Mhm.
and gives you appearance, and everyone goes like, squirrel, 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 squirrel.
I will take it in my hand.
But it's not ready to come in your hand though.
I wanted to put it in my pocket and continue my job.
But still, the students are all panicking.
Mhm.
How would you calm them down?
This is so funny because we've been chased by a rat.
Oh.
And I did not know how to react in that situation. I just ran with them. So
With a rat.
yeah,
Okay.
so
Accidentally, someone starts playing some music that you love to dance on in class,
okay.
and your feet, having the muscle memory, starts to dance accordingly.
Uh-huh.
What would you do? Like, you blend fun also, but you have that professional aspect also in that.
See, my reaction to hearing good music is whipping my head around. So, example, play something. Like sing
Let's play
something.
something. Sing. I'm not a good singer.
No, you sing.
No, I'm not a good singer.
Pretend like you're singing my favorite song. If I hear it,
Okay, you hear the song, yeah.
I'll literally go.
La la la. Wow.
You know, So then they're in class, right? I'm like, hey,
It's good.
no. But then I'd also go up to them after and be like, you should come to the music
Come and
room.
audition though.
Yeah.
One thing that I noticed while you've been sitting here are your socks.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so I've seen you for a long time. Like for the last month, you have really good fancy socks. So
Well, thank you.
yeah, we had quite a lot of discussion with few people. Like, is your socks really fancy or does it really suit?
Hey, I spent a lot of my mom's money on these.
Yeah, but so what's the story behind those fancy socks though?
So you know the dress code in Christ, right?
Yeah.
It is formals.
Correct.
So there's only so much you can do to express your self.
So what are we expressing today though?
I am funky. This is just, I need some sort of pop.
Okay.
Yes. The days I wear normal socks, I feel sad. Like, this makes me happy. Like, I look down and I'm like, hee hee. It's just, a little thing for me.
That's good.
Yeah.
So now coming back to being in part of the students' welfare office.
Yep.
How do you? Let's say, what are your plans like that you have for the students, the choir, and everyone? How do you determine to contribute? So the students have a whole new experience. Plus, the faculties can also enjoy it.
Yeah. This campus has so much potential. The students are really talented and really eager. For example, when the fathers were hiring me, they also asked if I was into theatre because I have a theatre background, and I didn't know Kengeri had a theatre scene until I came here and I met a few students who were so eager.
Yeah.
So it just it motivates me to actually, put up events for them. Not like we did a thing for World Music Day. That's something we haven't done before, and it was
Correct.
a little last minute, but it was something we were all really enthusiastic about because it gives the students a platform to do what they love, and because I'm doing what I love, I just think it's fair to give them a place to do what they love, right? Yeah. And the same goes for the faculty as well. They're all really sweet, and they have come. There are so many people who have come up to me, seniors who have been here for like 10 years working, and they hear us singing and they just stop in the hallway and listen to us. There was this one sir, I didn't get his name, but he showed up to the music room yesterday and asked if he could come and play the piano. And he's like, till now there wasn't a faculty here I could talk to, but now that you're here, can we please can I please come and practice? And that's even small things like that, not a major event, right? It's great, and I want everyone to feel free to, I want them to have that freedom to come and do what they love.
Yeah.
Not just come here and work as a student or as faculty.
I really love that.
Yeah.
Though. It's like sharing the love, sharing the joy.
Yeah.
all
So
of
we
that.
have a lot of events planned for everyone. So.
So talking about the campus now, I know that this is a really good campus. Been here for a year now. What do you think? Like this campus, what are your thoughts about this campus?
It's so big.
Day one. To walk around.
Yeah, no, I got lost looking for the bathroom on day one. Like someone was telling me it's on this side of the hallway, and I walked all the way there, and it says ladies' restroom, and I was like, it was a whole thing. So finding my way around has been like one adventure.
Yeah.
I didn't even know where the hostel was.
Okay.
And then I walked over there and I see architecture block. I was like, whoa. So there's so much here. And there's something about the evening times when it's all nice and quiet and it's just like trees and like stuff. I love that because with my job, right? SW, we're always running around.
Correct.
And we're always on calls and we always have
that call. But I don't think that was SW.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
but sometimes this campus is really calm.
Yeah.
In Central Campus where I come from, it's just it's beautiful and it's amazing in its own way, but it's nothing like this. This is like serene and lush the lush green Kengeri Campus.
Yeah, it's really beautiful. Though,
It is.
Yeah, so now coming to something that we've seen quite a lot, the freshers coming in.
Yeah.
We got like all the batches. Finally, they've come up from all the departments, and I've seen them. They're quite eager. This batch is quite eager. What would you like to advise them?
One, I don't know if it's a mistake, but when I was in my first year, I told you, coming from a small school, right?
Yeah.
So I came here and there were events happening all the time. So I signed up for like 10 things and then I was burnt out in a week.
Okay.
So everything in moderation and getting used to the culture in Christ is, it will take its time, but I think it's worth investing a little bit of your energy in everything, finding your place on campus and then sticking with it.
Now that you brought the Christ culture, I have a very interesting question though. You've been a student in Christ, okay? Now you're a faculty in Christ.
Yes.
So the student culture is different.
Yeah.
Faculty culture is different. Again, it's really a good question.
Yeah.
So how, coming from the student culture, you think it's like the faculty culture, the difference between both of them, and
honestly, it's not that different. As a student, you're talking to your faculty, everything is super professional and everything. But then you go to your friends and everything is really cool. Now that I'm faculty, I can talk to anyone here and we just chat and it's like nothing has changed. The only thing, honestly, it is surprising how much it really, humanizes them because when you look at them as faculty, you see them as just their job and what their role in your life is, so many students complain about their faculties and all. But now that I am actually here, it's the same. The Christ culture is really rich among students and faculty, and it is fairly similar, and I love it.
And what do you say? How has the Christ culture as a whole shaped you as a person? Keeping the students and the faculty aspect all different, but personally, how has the whole culture that Christ has to offer? Christ has a lot of things to offer, but the culture that is in Christ is way different. How has it personally affected you?
Oh, Christ really prepares you for hi Widget.
Guys, we have Widget Sir with us, we have Jobin Sir with us. Please get them on camera if you can.
Yo, this is my podcast. Please leave. No. Wow. I have a question for you. No, I'm kidding. What were we talking about?
Okay, guys, coming back to our podcast with Roshan Sir. So how Christ culture has
right.
Personally, how is that been for you?
It really prepares you for any situation.
Yeah.
They offer a lot of things. They expect a lot of things from us, and it is a lot of work.
Correct.
And all that you see during those times is like stress or like your deadlines. But then after you're done, you actually come out of it a lot stronger. I wouldn't be able to do this job if I had studied anywhere else. Christ has molded me in a way that I can take that pressure but also smile. Hi Widget. And it's that I think that's something that Christ's culture has changed.
That's really good. So any final thoughts, for the current students, or even as you've been new here, but something that you would leave, especially Caps Unleashed with us, and for the students before we call it a day?
Have fun.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Apart from that, I mean, you may professionally, keeping the whole professional world, like at the end of the day, we all are studying or we all are working to have a particular good professional life with us, a good career. Some are setting their careers, some have already set their careers, but for you, like you've just started setting up over there. So
from a professional standpoint, I would say, I think I mentioned it earlier, but find your place here. because this campus offers you a lot.
Yeah.
And people get discouraged when they don't find their place. Like, especially as first years, you come and you try something and it doesn't work out and it's a little disheartening. There is so much more here. And I did psychology, sociology, and English, but now I'm a music. And that's because of this campus. So take advantage of all of that. That would be my main advice.
That's good. That's all from us.
Like, share, subscribe. Should
Leave
I
a comment.
Oh, sorry.
Leave a comment.
Oh, and comment.
Thank you, guys. So that's it, guys, from Caps Unleashed. See you again next week.